Okay, here are the answers from yesterday's starters. So it occurred to me that some of you may not know how to figure out what to divide by. So when we're writing the ratio as a fraction in simplest form, the first thing that you have to remember is whatever number comes first in your ratio is going to be your numerator. And then the denominator is whatever is coming second. And then we are looking for what we can divide both 15 and 60 by. And so one of the ways that you can figure out the biggest thing is if you write down all of your factors, and you may have seen this from last year. So you write down all of your factors for 15, and then you write down all of your factors for 60. Factors are numbers that you can multiply together to get those answers. So I could multiply 1 times 15 to get 15. So 1 and 15 are factors. I could multiply 3 times 5 to get 15. And then the very next one that I would come to, like 4 doesn't go into 15, 5 does, but since it's already written here, those are the only 4 factors that I have for 15. Then I come over to 60 and I do 1 times 60, so 1 and 60, and then 2 times 30, and 3 times 20, and 4 times 15, and 5 times 12, and 6 times 10, and then 7 doesn't go into 60, 8 doesn't go into 60, 9 doesn't go into 60, and I already have 10, so that's all of my factors. And then I look at both of the columns, and I see that the biggest number that's in both of the columns is 15, which means I can divide both of those by 15. 15 divided by 15 is 1, and 60 divided by 15, you can look back up here, is 4. So it's 1/4. The second one, we've got 75 comes first, so that's going to go on the top since 75 comes first here, and then 25 goes on the bottom. And I know that we can divide both of those by 25 because I think about quarters, 25 cents. So I'm going to write it underneath here. 75 divided by 25 is 3. And 25 divided by 25 is 1. So the ratio is 3 to 1. And then we've got 16 over 20. And if you didn't know what the biggest number was, like you could come and make a little chart for 16 and 20. 1 times 16, 2 times 8 is 16, 3 does not go into 16, and then 4 times 4. And once I have a repeat, I'm done. And then I have 1 and 20, 2 times 10, 3 doesn't go into 20, 4 times 5, and then 5 times 4, and I've already got it there, so that's a repeat. The biggest number that's in both of these columns is 4, so I just divide by 4. 16 divided by 4 is 4. 20 divided by 4 is 5. So simplified is 4/5. Then I come down to the table. Remember that unit rate means I want 1 as my denominator. And we want dollars per pound. And that means dollars is going to be on the top of my ratio and pounds is going to be on the bottom. So I can go anywhere in the chart. I'm going to go here. I like to just start at the first one. If it's dollars per pound, dollars needs to go on top. So I have $6.75 per 5 pounds, and LBS is how we do pounds. LBS is the abbreviation. I'm trying to get a 1 pound on the bottom. To get from 5 pounds to 1 pound, I have to divide 5 divided by 5 to get 1. This is 1. Whatever I do to the denominator, I also have to do to my numerator. So I'm going to do $6.75 divided by 5. 5 goes into 6 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. 6 minus 5 is 1. Bring down my 7. 5 goes into 17. I have to remember to put my decimal here 3 times. 3 times 5 is 15. 17 minus 15 is 2. And I'm going to bring down my 5. 5 goes into 25 5 times. 5 times 5 is 25. So my unit rate is $1.35 per pound. And last week some of you missed the decimal. Just make sure wherever your decimal is there that it belongs, and make sure you put your dollar sign in front.